Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. We do not so much need the help of our friends as the confidence of their help in need. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Death does not concern us, for as long as we exist, death is not here, and when it does come, we no longer exist. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. Is God willing to prevent evil, but not able? Then he is not omnipotent. Is he able, but not willing? Then he is malevolent. We do not choose our desires, they simply happen to us. The wise man who has become accustomed to necessities knows better how to share with others. Of all the things that wisdom provides to help one live one's entire life in happiness, the greatest by far is the possession of friendship. The just man is most free from trouble, the unjust most full of trouble. It is better for you to be free of fear, lying upon a pallet, than to have a golden couch and a rich table, and be full of trouble. It is impossible to live a pleasant life without living wisely, and well, and justly, and it is impossible to live wisely, and well, and justly, without living a pleasant life. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. Not what we have, but what we enjoy, constitutes our abundance. He who possesses little is so much the less possessed. He who is not prudent enough to make provision for himself in his old age should be punished. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. If thou wilt make a man happy, add not unto his riches, but take away from his desires. Natural justice is a pledge of reciprocal benefit, to prevent one man from harming or being harmed by another. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us as the confident knowledge that they will help us. It is impossible for a man who secretly violates the terms of the agreement not to harm or be harmed. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. Let no one delay the study of philosophy while young, and when he is old, let him not become weary of the study. He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. The time when most of you should withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd. It is not the young man who should be considered fortunate, but the old man who has lived well, because the young man in his prime wanders much by chance, vacillating in his beliefs, while the old man is docked in the harbor, having safeguarded his true happiness. It is not the stomach that is insatiable, but the false opinion that the stomach must be filled. Nothing is enough for the man to whom enough is too little. He who is greedy is always in want. The man who enjoys solitude will not become either a bad man or an easy prey. If you want to make a man wealthy, don't give him more money. Rather, reduce his desires. The wise man should not be ordered, but should order, and he should not obey another, but the less wise should obey him. Let us also produce some simple and self-sufficient things, which, however, would be of great value in our ordinary use. We must become greater than we have been, more courageous, greater in spirit, larger in outlook. The beginning and root of all good is the pleasure of the stomach. Even wisdom and culture must be referred to this. He who possesses most is most enslaved. The wealth required by nature is limited, and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. The just man is most free from disturbance, while the unjust is full of the utmost disturbance. The noble soul occupies itself with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the one is a mortal good, the other an immortal one. We are born once, and cannot be born twice, but for all time must be no more. Death is nothing to us, since when we are, death has not come, and when death has come, we are not. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. It is not the pretended, but the real pursuit of philosophy that is needed. Natural justice is a pledge of reciprocal benefit, to prevent one man from harming or being harmed by another. It is not the young man who should be considered fortunate, but the old man who has lived well. When we say that pleasure is the end, we do not mean the pleasures of the prodigal, or the pleasures of sensuality, as some believe, who are either ignorant or disagree with us, or do not understand. We do not so much need the help of our friends as the confidence of their help in need. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us as the confident knowledge that they will help us. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. If you want to make a man wealthy, don't give him more money. Rather, reduce his desires.